It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
To throw on second down is Keenum. He finds Taylor, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 31 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Play fake. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in. And influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. On third down, that's Barber. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? It might have been touched a little bit. All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
A first down throw for Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Stand down. Hey, on your arm.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Hey, on your arm. 22.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. And that is incomplete. Chris Conte right there to break that one up. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Possession going back over to Tampa Bay here. And for the Buccaneers, it's kind of been a wild ride through first half plus of the season. You had some exhilarating wins at New Orleans, at home against the defending champs, and then they've had a lot of lulls too, haven't they?
They certainly have, and probably the biggest story is the adversity of dealing with the quarterback position. Jameis Winston not ready to start the season. Ryan Fitzpatrick comes in and lights it up, and we have Fitzmagic. Then he hits some bumps. Jameis Winston comes in and plays well at times, but then turns it over too many times. Back to Fitzpatrick. How will it all end? We shall see, but one thing is for sure. They are entertaining, aren't they? Not many 13-7 games when they are playing.
No, when they're on the field, there's been points scored both ways. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
He's going to lock one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37. First down, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Winston. Steps away to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans from 8 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a first down throw. Keenum. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. Play action. It's Keenum. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now Jameis on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jackson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to float this one. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So that one will be accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. That goes for a gain of 31. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers. I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The play fake. Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Hey, on your arm! 52, 57 down.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
22. 22.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have broken the tie. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. So out come the Bucs now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go now.
From the red zone now, Winston. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Screen, triple C. Screen, triple C. Screen, triple C.
To the air again with Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Keenum. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Mike's right. 22. 22. Roger, Roger, Roger.
The final shot before the break, Keenum. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Jameis to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Jameis now on first down. He's going to loft one. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready? Blue ready. Green, triple C.
The first down throw for Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Right there. 54 Mike. Green, triple C. I'm coming.
They'll throw again. Winston. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Roger.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
Go.
So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Let's go now. Green, triple C. Ready. Blue lady.
2nd down, Winston. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Ready. Blue lady.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. This is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. First down, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Well, this may be a free play for Winston. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the point after try for Santos. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. On first down, it's Keenum. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Roger, Roger, Roger. Here goes side. Hey, 20. Mary left, Mary left. Hey, go, Roger.
On second down, here's Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mary left, Mary left.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Keenum. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here's Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. He's back to throw. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Winston to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Here's Winston. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston. Pass incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Play action now. Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Dirk Cutter's guys go for it, but come up empty. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
right, 53.
Keenum to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quan Alexander in there to get him. His second sack now of the afternoon. Now Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Stand down. Let's go, Roger. All right, 53.
To throw is Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This will be from 53 for the win. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Keenum now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Snap came at 1. Keenum got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Stand down. Hey, 52. We're good.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Throw left side complete. It's Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first down is Keenum. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. But I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
26. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Get out, get out. Hey, swing. 26. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
26.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. It's caught right side. It turns. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Prescott down, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On second down, Elliott. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. This is taken at about the 14. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Keenum to throw on second down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, Roger.
On third down, that's Lindsey. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Down, down.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On play action, now Keenum. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go, 46. 26. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. All right, hey. Here we go, 47. 26.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Prescott yet again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down, Mahomes forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now here's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jam. Mary left. Hey, go Roger. Watch out.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Keenum. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
No, Roger.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, when we see that play, I like their style.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Mahomes. Being chased under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Adam Gotsis coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a second and long to start things out. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's third down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Black 58 rail. Ace, ace. There we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Keenum now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Play action. It's Keenum. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in Week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
Now it's counter, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, 42 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now it's Roethlisberger, and that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
22.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll run. And got his man. Complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let them know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Left side here to Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Sanders has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, it's Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now Keenum on 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there from 6 yards away. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Extra point from McManus is good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Roethlisberger under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Connor. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now a toss. This is Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown from 4 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Keenum. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Keenum. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that's not the first time we have seen that in this game from Joe Hayden. He's been solid.
He gets around the ball, and he knows how to make a play on the football without causing himself any problems in terms of pass interference and things of that nature. This guy is smart, intelligent, and has excellent hands.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And this will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown. Complete. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket. to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Connor, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The Steelers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Connor, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
On the left side, it's McDonald. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Sanders has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. 45 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Let's go, let's go. Roger, roger, roger. Hey, hey, orange, orange. Orange, orange. Cut.
On first down, it's Keenum. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive will start with Connor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it now out the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Von Miller able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Roethlisberger going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Play action. Now it's Keenum. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And now here is another interception. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A road win in the National Football. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And out of bounds there on the kick.
Down. Hey, orange.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
52, here we go. He's cracked. He's checking crack. Hey, go, Roger.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Keenum now on 1st down. Left side here to Sanders. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On 1st down, Keenum. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
22.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Hey, on. 22. 22. Hey, go, Roger.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Woods, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Third and 2. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ric Flair. Go. 20.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. 3rd down here.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Throwing on third, gone. They got a man, it's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Von Miller coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to get him for his second sack of the night. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. On 4th down, Goff. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Keenum. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Roger, roger, roger. 22. 22. 52, 57's down. Hey, go, Roger.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Patrick. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
22. I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Sutton wheeling it in on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
Very left, very left. Roger, roger, roger. Hey, orange. Orange, orange. Hey, 50.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On 53. 22. 22. Take 52 and 55. 52.
To the air again, Keenum. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Emmanuel Sanders taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Broncos are in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And the Rams getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Goff on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st down, it's gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now a first down throw, gone. He's going to go up top for the end, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm like, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Goff on first down. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, here's Goff. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Goff, and this will be a dump off for Kelly. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
22.
Back, and he's got him complete. And a big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Part of their offense.
Catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
53. Hey, go, Roger.
Third and long. It's Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Goff again. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Rams on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. They got him in. It's Woods. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st and 10, Goff. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that. that throughout the game, and here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We're good.
Again, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on third, Goff. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz is trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, orange! Mary left! Damn! 26, Mike! Hey, go, Roger!
Throwing now is Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Brown to that hut!